Alright, before I actually start the file, I do want to go over settings. This one. I've been told standard draw distance is best for these patches. That's the only setting that really matters. Oh, I didn't want to change that. I was going to say I want to change that again. I do have dev console on just because I'm going to use it, but I'm probably going to use it. I have on just in case. But that's the only settings that really matters. Everything else is going to be low for me because not great computer. Input syst is good to have on. This is good to have off. Aside from that, settings don't really matter. You can do whatever you want for camera assist. Oh, actually, good thing I had that. I checked that. Unlike 1.0 and modding patch, I don't think resolution actually affects Snatcher. So feel free to play in whatever resolution you want. I just stick to, 1080. And, 60 FPS obviously. But, yeah. All the other rules from other categories apply. Yeah, I think that's about it. Well, I mean, when I said 1080 works, I only meant for DLC patches. On modding patch 1.0, it actually is harder. But DLC patches doesn't matter. I actually don't know if it's the exact same model patch on all resolutions now, or if it's just that much easier, it doesn't matter, but regardless, go for it. So let's get started. So when a level's the exact same as normal ATP, I'm not going to say much. I'm a lazy person. All this is already covered. No 14, I should reset. I mean, no 13, I should reset. So, all of this is the exact same. I do want to mention with my inputs, I do play keyboard. But whenever we use the co-op, we'll mostly be having AdKit on keyboard, that's why that's on the left. I'll point out that's ever different. And the only thing really to note, only versus 1.0, the chest yarn is a brewer yarn, so you'll have brewer first before sprint hat. So when you go to make your hat, it's to the right instead of 1. It's the only thing to really note. Aside from that, these first two levels are going to be the exact same as 1.0 ATP. Don't forget fast telescopes. Just hold down A, left click, whatever you use to select. I'm bad. This is a hard level. How do you fast telescopes weirdly? Sewer, I don't care. I am not doing DSJ yarn on ATP. You need the pawns. Oops. I suck. I'm gonna say you kind of should use the pawns. Oh, you see, I spam left click sometimes, but that's just when there's only one level. The only thing I do want to mention for older patches is the menu storage was patched with turning off your cutscenes and having the menu open this entire time. So there is no other shot, just doing this. Sewer, sometimes I barely do get heating up. So, I would say yeah, you should probably get Vault Yarn. Yeah, Vault Yarn and Bonds. I'm gonna apologize if you can hear that music in the background. I don't think my mic's picking it up, but I don't know. So, Barbal's mostly the same. We're just skipping Box Yarn because it's bad and we don't need it. So, we're just gonna get this relic. Get these pawns. I'm gonna recommend not landing on this relic because it can mess you up sometimes. Like you can do a weird glitch state. Oh crap. Barbal's a hard level. Like, for the most part, landing that usually won't mess you up, but you can get... I don't even know, like, what to call it. Probably you have to smug dance, otherwise runs invalid. I don't... Like, sometimes if you land on it and open it too weirdly, you'll be stuck in a, Same thing can happen with the... If you get the Yarning Relic. The Relic and Golden Vault on 90%. The same thing happens there. You won't be able to wall climb. You won't be able to swing your umbrella. It's just not fun. So, just land in front of it. It'll never happen. At least, it's what I, what I would do. See, if you're smart, you'll jump away from him after every attack while you brewer him, so he can't hit you. But I'm lazy, and that requires pressing buttons. So I'm just gonna stand there and take it. Like, legitimately, you should be backing away, but I won't. I'm sorry. Alright, so they changed Barrow Battle down to Mafia for some reason. Don't ask why, it's just they did it. So, just know it's not the bottom anymore. And try not to enter the wrong level. Alright, I swear, Mustache Girl's slower or something in this patch, so doing that's annoying. But it's theoretically the same movement. So, this is the first major difference from 1.0. We actually don't need the key. We're going to do just hold forward against the door and then just go slightly to the right and spawn co-op. Oh god, that was slow. What happens is Bokid always spawns a certain distance to the left of Hackid, and this door is actually thinner than that distance, so we sort of just fit right through it. But it skips having to get the key. So from there, try and be good at the game anyways. We're gonna get this yarn. I have Dev Console on. Do fight skip. Be bad at the video game. Camera? That one's new to me. Those lightning bolts actually hit you now, so I don't bounce on its head, but there is a way to do it.
Supercharge!
Aw. I'm gonna die. Come on. No, even when I'm not doing a run, I can't get good RNG. I should real quick, before I go over how to do a quick kill in this patch, I want to mention me jumping on his head isn't technically faster. It's just how I prefer to do it. Because hitting him's hard. So, to do the quick kill, you want to stand... There's like a black line right, like going down the stage right where my mouse is. You want to stand on the board just to the left of that, spawn co-op, and then just take out your brewer on Bokit. That's all there is to it. It's just the visual cue I use to land right where the Mafia boss is. Oh, hopefully you can see that with the controller. I kind of just remembered that was there. That's fine. Alright, good. If I'm ever an idiot and do something that doesn't make sense, let me know so I can redo it. I don't mind going back into a level. Alright. So next we're going to be doing sewers. You jump, I think you press pause, quick game. I think you click desktop right here. This is how you jump, I think. Alright, all kidding aside, you're gonna want like 92 pawns going into Golden Vault. So if you don't think you'll get there, these pawns right here are just 1 second to grab. Otherwise, just do the normal movement to enter sewers. And hit lag there and lose time. The rift itself is exactly the same. Do whatever shots you're used to doing. Whatever. Yeah, that was pretty good. We got the best color. Speak for yourself, Taka. Alright, now we're going to be doing Golden Vault. And levels like 99% the same. We're just going to be... Technically, you would prefer to do this level with Bokid, but that requires a lot more extra effort on my part, so I'm not going to. I thought I was going to fail that. Yeah, but if you don't do double dupe, you can still do your normal shab. You still want Bokid on there just to prevent all this backtracking. Not much new there. And as always, grabbing the timepiece is the hardest part of the level. So, like I said, technically the optimal shot would be do that level on Bokid, grab the 4th ticket, turn co-op off. Because having co-op on through load-ins technically loses time, but it's barely different with the time of the menuing. So, I prefer to just leave it on, because we're using it for heating up. We're using co-op for heating up anyways, so it's not worth it for me. So, like I said, you want co-op on, either keep it on or just turn it on. And it's going to be mostly the modding patch route, so if you know that, you're good. But we're going to be, keeping our save position over there, so we don't make sure we land on the chest. Because, that doesn't change it. Faucets don't change on this patch, trees don't, blah 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 blah. Oh, I'm bad. Just hold neutral under your controls on your control stick as you go under that, or just don't press keys on your keyboard. Whatever you want. So, if you can I think you can actually sprint jump that if you just do a delayed sprint jump. So I'm not doing a full level guide. That takes way too long. This is already gonna be 4 hours, 3 hours. I'm covering a backup strat, don't worry. This is all normal movement, I'm just trying to... Well, supposed to be normal movement. Controller's hard. So, like I said, I'm gonna cover a backup strat real quick, but you don't want to turn co-op off before this cutscene, otherwise the cannon will never open. I don't know why. But let's say, so, like I said, backup strat. Pretty sure you can just do this. Yeah, if you don't want SDJ, you can just do that. And let's say you mess up, and you land on here, and you just don't save your save position. So you do this, you try and stuck orb, and you should go back here. You just want to jump in the lava and die. And then after the cutscene plays, because you don't want to soft lock the game, just turn co-op off and you spawn back here. Just backup strat. I'll do. That might have been a bit confusing. I think I'll go through level one more time. Fuck. And just to do the backup strat, just so it makes sense. I already knew this was gonna take a long time, so I don't mind doing heating up a second time. I kind of forgot where heating up was gonna be, not gonna lie. So, you do need to land on this one. I don't have a backup for this stuck orb. I mean, you could do the same thing, I guess. But it's just easier to, you know, try and get the stuck orb. So. Just switching characters here just saves the time of, you know, getting stuck. It's not, you know, important to get or anything. So, let's say I miss it. I'm like, oh, damn, missed the stuck orb. I'm bad at the game. Just do that. And also my controller movement doesn't suck. Oh my god. Rip good controller movement. Oh my god. Don't copy this controller movement right now. That was not part of the plan. So. Hit that. Wait for after this cutscene. And just turn co-op off. So, yeah, it's a bit annoying with Burrow Clip 1.0. I don't think heating up is a hard level on this patch, though. Oh yeah, this was before they fixed that, wasn't it? You can't get blueberry pie. Anyways, after heating up, Bulkita should be off, and then you're gonna load Barabata, which again is switched with down with the Mafia, so it's right here in this patch because great game. I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, it's fine. Flare likes freedom now. So, Bizarro's gonna be exactly the same, except the entrance feels like it's faster. Don't ask me why. So. Yeah, I think Flare said his favorite combination is default sprint and freedom. So, If you can't do those strats, whatever. I'm pretty sure I didn't even do optimal strats because I'm bad at the game. But do it, chocolate. I'll critique it. I think it dies tier list. So if you see Ruby in this general area, you can get Ruby Yarn now, but it's not worth going out of your way for now. Yeah, I'll get it now. Ruby's right here. Like, you have more opportunities, so it's not bad to get later. I usually end up getting it later, but I had the opportunity, so I went for it. So we're actually going to be doing another... Yeah, fuck Ruby. Another Broken clip. You're going to see I'm actually going to press X on my controller here. I have that as my confirm button. And I'm going to be doing this level on KBM just because I suck at controller. If you want to spawn Bokid on and have Bokid on controller, you know, feel free to just select with your mouse and be smart. But I'm a KBM player, so I'm going to do this on KBM. If you have problems with that slide, you can just zoom in your camera with Hackid. It'll make that easier. Hold up left and dive. If you want to get this relic on with Bokid, so you can shut her off. Which is important because you'll get a teleport here. And it loses like 2 seconds. It's sad. You can either just go left against this, or you can go in this corner. Either way. Just do that, spawn that. I do this at the same time. Just because it's, you know, you're holding one direction each pretty much. But... oh, wait. Yeah. You're gonna start with, like, right over here, Bokid. If you wanted to do this later. Don't forget to put your hookshot on with Bokid. It's not automatically done. And then... you can do this level with both characters. There is a strat for it. I don't know it. I'm not gonna do it. We are getting that sexy bounce though. So, well, it's not that complicated. You just skip the wall. You know, you clip through the you do the skip with the hookshot thingies. Neither one of those is really complicated, honestly. They're both pretty easy clips. So the reason we actually did the red firewall clip with Bokid to do CO first was to get rid of the blue firewall. So we just go around the bag, and we did bag skip. I go after that last pawn there just to get the pawns, but I think it's technically faster to go to slide down around it the entire time. But don't quote me on that one. I like my pawns. So the rest of CO is gonna be the same. I'm gonna mention something at the end. However, I'm gonna strongly recommend against it because it's dumb. Oh. So, if you throw this in, jump back, and zoom out your camera on KBM, you can get that relic. It's extremely consistent. It's extremely dumb. I honestly don't recommend it. But it is fast. It should be possible on controller. I don't know how it works on controller though. But I'm just going to throw it out there that that's the thing. You do with that what you want. I'm going to be showing enough relics here that you don't need that one. But I do it in runs, so I'm gonna feel really shitty if I don't at least mention it. So we're going to be grabbing the MDS relic because you can't not. Traps won't spawn if you don't do it, and I'm really sad about it. But next up, we're gonna be doing Manor. Since we don't have the toilet contract, we don't have a good way to get it. We are going to be entering through Subcon Well to do Manor. Because the contracts actually won't. The two requirements we're going to be meeting in this run to get the traps to spawn are going to be completing CO Well Manor and taking the MDS contract. If you do anything differently, contracts won't spawn. I don't know why. Like, if you take the Manor contract and complete the 3 levels, you still won't get them, which sucks. I do want to quickly mention that dweller has been raised the tiniest bit, so if you don't, you're not gonna make it with a double jump from here. Like, you used to be able to SDJ onto it. Can't. Pretty sure that's where, right? Ah, fuck, I can't remember. From wherever you land, you used to be able to SDJ to it. You can't anymore. You have to DSJ. But it's only a small change. I still need to time that die boost. I'm just a lazy person. Die boosting is the hardest tech in the game, don't at me. I'm getting this yarn here. I want this relic up there, so get on the door. So if we go on the right door, you can just jump straight to the chandelier, get the relic. You don't have to jump straight on the chandelier. You can always just jump, you know, go next to it, go around it, whatever, and jump onto it later. But it's not that bad. As soon as you get on the door, anyways, getting on that door is hard. Left door is easier. Change my mind. Alright, so for MDS, I do have to make a couple of disclaimers. As far as we know, if you were to go on let's say you have a didn't mean to do that. If you have a DS4 or you're using like a 4-port GameCube adapter, you won't be able to go on your controller, do co-op, and you won't be able to move around on keyboard. As far as we know, it's because with the GameCube adapter, it goes to the next open slot, which would be a GameCube. So if that makes sense. For some reason, it doesn't seem to work with a DS4 either, and I don't 100% know why. Maybe it works for some people, but with people I've talked to, it doesn't seem to work. And so, if you can't get Bokit to move on KBM, either do this level on controller or just do the solo strat. It's honestly not that much different. But it's just the strat I do. It involves Bokit on KBM. Damn it. Well, you're supposed to hit the double there. So normally you won't need this guy if you hit the double shot, but I'm bad. So like I said, you just do that if you can get Pokedex and KBM, and if you can't, just do the solo strat. Don't forget to put hookshot on like I do every other run. And now we're going to be doing our riffs. Pipe is going to be the exact same as it is in every single category. I'm still doing slow strats. Feels bad, man. Oh god, that boosting's hard. I did not think that was gonna work. Alright. So yeah, you're trying to get the timepiece, and you're definitely not going to cheat at all. So, cool thing about this patch is intruder alerts are now considered cutscenes, so you don't lose 3 seconds from getting a remix, which is always fun. Alright, so Village is honestly, these next 2 levels we're going to be doing are going to be kind of dumb. And they're reset points mostly because they feel like RNG. So, we're just going to be doing this, get this yarn. So you can actually just sprint jump, and you can make it on this branch. Can I make this back? If you wanted to, you can use this, make it easier. Depth perception can be hard though, I understand. I just SDJ from that platform to here, and it works out fairly well. But you definitely want to try and get this relic. So, double jump, sprint jump, you can use the platform. I don't know a good backup to that. I know one backup. I can point that one out if I need to. But, you want to head over here next to this Nature Trap, spawn Bow Kid. Then just jump up here. Do village entrance however you want. ITSJ because, you know, consistency. And you want to take out your brewer and just bomb the bush that was right there. And if you're lucky, a magnet will spawn. You saw I just went and grabbed it. It doesn't always spawn. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like showing up. You know, maybe it had a bad day, you know, his wife was yelling at him. Magnet's just like, nah, I'm taking the day off. So, you have one other opportunity to get it for time loss. I'll point that out, but you can do the run without it. It's not required. It just makes it feel a whole lot nicer. So, but you want to grab Magnet and then go into the rift. The Snatcher Trap, I mean. Sorry, Snatcher Trap. Get Toilet. And as soon as you press A, X, whatever button you have, as soon as Bow Kid starts signing, feel free to enter the rift. Yeah. And then village is just village. Oh, sad. Didn't TSJ. Nope. This is an awkward village. So that's village. Magnus pure RNG. It sucks, I know. And since you have toilet, you have the contract. If you try to do contract menuing, it's not 2 down, it's 3 down, 2 to the left. So it's either menu, like mouse over it, or just take the item. I take the item. I don't find it worth it. Oh boy. So it's toilet time. So, the single worst thing about this patch that I think everyone will agree on is, it doesn't have the good toilet quick kill that we're used to from modding patch and 1.0. So that means we gotta do the fight legit. And, this is a terrible fight. Like, there is an old quick kill and I will be attempting it. It's just bad, though. So, you know, if you can get him to throw the cherries against the wall here, it makes them spawn, like, get out of the bubble quicker. Just small optimization. Oh, shit, crap. I never remember to do it for the second attack. If you can, avoid throwing the cherries across the this pool. I'm bad. Avoid throwing them across the pool, because sometimes they'll just blow up and not do damage. You'll see a lot with this phase. If I'm directly across from toilet, I actually just walk the cherry the rest of the way. So like, if I was closer, I would have thrown the cherry, but I wasn't, so it may not have hit. So, alright, I'm honestly surprised that one hit. I don't think that should have worked. Alright, quick kill. After you do your second hookshot bubble attack, he goes into his third phase. What you want to do, honestly, I kind of half YOLO it. I'm going to explain my timing positioning as best as I can. However, it's not consistent. I don't know, maybe I can convince Doka to try and figure something out and, you know, have him make something for how he can find it consistent, because he's better at it than I am. But what I know is I try and get, you know, small, mid-sized, one of these like little panels I'm on, like one of these like squares, thingies, shapes. I don't know, like one of these small things, like right against the lava. You can see where I'm standing when I unpause. And then as soon as toilet jumps into the pool, as soon as he touches down, I hold up, left, and sprint jump just into the lava. And then when I'm at the peak of my third boost, I just hold forward, and I pray it works. So right in the middle, up left. I could go for it a tiny bit, and you just hold forward, and hopefully it works. The trick sucks, it's really hard, and if you fail it, you're at 1 HP, so... should I show the rest? Yeah, I'll show the rest of the fight real quick. It's a really hard fight, honestly. Like, I mean, not hard fight. It's a really hard quick kill. It's dumb. Like, it's dumb. It's hard. It's a minute slower. It's just overall worse. So, I'm not even going to go for it this time, just so I can show the rest of the fight off. Of course it goes all the way across. Let's see if I can show off what good RNG looks like, because I got bad RNG on both cherry phases last time. Oh, good. Yeah, if it spawns directly across from you, you can just go straight into it and throw it right away. Like that. So. You know, let's say... Actually, I'm going to try and really light this. So let's say you do this. Oh no, I failed it. You can actually just walk out of the cherry. Or you'll just land on the cherry, you can just hit him. So, just walk away from him, single jump. Oh crap. It's the first time I've gotten hit there in so long. But he just jumps 3 times, so on the 3rd one, you just want to double jump dive cancel right in front of him. Alright, let's not get hit this time. That'll be really awkward. This one has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the pipe. Oh, I passed it. So, if you around the pause timing I did, you can get the menu to stay up if you wanted to, and get the back to hub. It's the timing for that's weird though. You saw me try and go for it the first time I did the level. So Snatcher's not gonna change at all. Just gonna quickly go through the level. I like backing up to avoid getting extra hits. Because you want to hit him all these times until he says, "You're kind of rude, aren't you?" Oh. That way you just skip as much of the fight as possible. You can hit him, make him spawn faster after that fake guy gets go away. And I don't know modding patch, I never play it. But there's actually, at least compared to 1.0, one less text box. So it's, instead of dive boost text box, dive boost text box, dive boost text box, this, it's dive boost text box, blah 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 blah. And it's the smallest difference, it's just, you don't want to accidentally swing, it feels really awkward. So you see me also mashing with my controller, it makes its tiniest difference. You really don't have to mash with both. And depending on your setup, it can be really awkward. So here you want to spawn in Hatkid and have Vokid do this. So there are 14 pawns in here you can grab. I did not mean to do that. There are 14 pawns in, you know, those barrels if you want to grab them. They're pretty fast. So, like I said, just spawn Vokid, do that so you can turn it off and avoid all the backtracking. Make the cows relic, make the cow relic. So the UFO, 3 cows. Then you want to enter Sleepy. Enter subcon while going to Sleepy. So, I'm gonna try this strat. I never got him. Oh, I got it! So, you can just die boost the entire way. It's a lot easier, but that's fun. So, Ascensions hasn't changed from 1.0. This strat's not in any percent ATP guide right now, but you can do it. So this is one of the slowest relics to get, to be honest. I've been told. So if you do go for the CO Ice one, that's really dumb that I don't recommend. You can not get this one. but I recommend, like I said, I recommend this over that one. And I do want to really quickly show off. Let's say you don't get Magnet to spawn. You can just get Boked and just go this way. And you're right here. See, Magnet. You don't need to go for that if you got it in village and it's 10, 15, 20, something like that seconds faster to get it in village, but you do what you can. And if it doesn't spawn, like I said, your friend's not dead, you just have to manually collect pawns, and it's a slight inconvenience. So the only difference in Sleepy is that one pawn that I just got is not in 1.0. Nope. So you just want to get those. After that, put Magnet on, especially if you have it. And then if you hug this, guys, let me zoom out. If you hug the back of this with Magnet, you will get this comic page. So, nope. Got this. Just hold forward. I just got it right there. If not, you can just walk. If you don't have Magnet, you can just walk around and get it. Oh, I almost. Duh. That would've been awkward. So, like I said, we got an extra one in the first room. That pawn right there is the one we're going to be skipping. So, that's your only difference from the rift itself. And you have Magnet, so you can afford to cut some corners. Like here, you don't have to actually swing. Magnet will get it for you. All this, and unfortunately, Brew doesn't break these anymore. So just hit it. And then if you jump into it, you'll get almost all your pawns with Magnet. If not, I definitely recommend getting them. They're just like, taking the time loss and getting them. Because that's 36 pawns and it adds up from all the purple rifts. And then because of the comic page, we just back to hub immediately. I always put Hookshot on immediately there because we don't need Magnet since we're going to Alpine. And this is your last opportunity to get Ruby Yarn if you haven't yet. Your 3 opportunities are after Mafia Town, on the way to make the relic. I forgot to mention, you can get it, or here. So one of those 3 times, make sure you get Ruby Yarn. And then so Alpine intro you can do however you want. I'm gonna be doing what I do. And lagging. I'm also gonna be lagging. And in case you're wondering, at this point, I tend to have close to like 90 pawns. Like 90, 95. 100 on a good run. So you can kind of judge from there where you're at. Oops. It's really awkward doing this sometimes with the changing camera from that. I tend to leave that one pawn just because I never get to it in time, but it's, if you can get your go to the right of one of those instead of the left, you can get all the pawns easily. But it's not too important, it's one pawn. Alright, I went the complete wrong direction on that. So, you want to do, your same movement immediately. Whatever that was. Blow that horn. Then from here, this is going to be different. As soon as we get on this zipline, we're gonna want to spawn Boat Kid, and you're sort of we're gonna go where I go. So, spawn Boat Kid. Make sure you dive cancel as soon as you can, because your dive won't go anywhere until you do that. Then Boat Kid still has Magnet on, so switch it quickly, put on Hookshot. So, the goal here, what we're trying to do, is we're trying to have Hat Kid zipline, and while Boat Kid's still riding hers. That way, when Boat Kid's done, the game will want to warp each Hat Kid and Boat Kid to each other. But because they both got off the zipline, they're both going to teleport. So we're going to be in opposite areas. And the cue we're going to be using is this pawns, these 4 pawns coming up, the second to last one on Hat Kid zipline. So Hat Kid hits the pawn, and we're safe to hit this one. So your checkpoint's always going to be set to wherever Boat Kid was, so you really don't want to fall if you can help it. Make sure you get that yarn. I'm going to do this on controller real quick, because I want to do this movement on keyboard. But feel free to use whatever you're capable of. So, again, here, you should be safe to do whatever shots you want. This is not hard. Oh crap. You're still going to have Magnet on, so just make sure you put Hookshot on. I almost didn't realize. But all of this is not difficult. You don't need anything fancy to do this. So from here you just want to blow this horn. Is that gonna work? Oh, that's cool. With a good jump you can land right on the spring like that. You're gonna get a text box right there because we didn't take our hookshot off, but that's fine because we don't need to leave. So just turn off co-op. The rest of Lava Cake's gonna be exactly the same as 1.0, so I'm just gonna sort of breeze through it. You just have to make Dweller Mask here. Either here or on some other features zipline, but this is the one I find easiest. We still want to take our hook shots off to skip cutscenes. If you don't want to take that off to keep for safety, you're more than welcome to. And the cool thing about this patch, or interesting at least, if you take your hook shot off mid zipline, Hat Kid doesn't just do a double jump anymore. She does a front flip, which is pretty cool. You'll see right here with this, it makes SDJs a lot harder to notice, at least for me. Like, whenever I see that, I'm like, oh damn it, I sprint jumped. But it's a double jump. So, that's Lava Cake. Like, so those zipline races aren't too hard. Spawning in Boat Kid's not really precise. So, next up, I'm gonna be doing Twilight Bell, but we're gonna be doing another race real quick, and I want to do this one before I spawn it. So we're gonna try and go from here to over there. There's a couple ways to do it. I think there's some way to run over here, like go on this house, and like dive boost across. If you want to experiment with that and see if you can get it to work, go for it. What I personally do, what I'm consistent in quotes, is just taking your hook shots back. And you can see I get the I'm not going to take it, but I get the indication that I can hookshot. If you wanted to, you might have time to just sprint jump like that. So again, I don't feel comfortable to do some controller, so you're gonna, so you're gonna see me. Boat Kid didn't want to jump. Huh? I want to make sure I don't die. Alright, let's try this again. You want to jump? There we go. Yeah, you can just do a sprint jump with that. So it's not entirely hard, but it's pretty easy to mess up. I want to mention with that I said after the one in Lava Kick, you want to do a dive cancel with Bokid. That way you can actually dive. But going the hook shot just fixes that for you. So you can just sprint jump into the hook shot, take it. So you just want to blow this horn, you know, like 1.0. Alright, at this point I want to mention, if you don't feel comfortable with this point on, like this strat and beyond, you can do what you're used to on 1.0. However, these horns are for some reason extremely buggy. If Hack Kid blows them, if Bokid blows them the wrong way, I don't know. It's possible you won't be able to skip the cutscene. Except there's been a lot of testing and nothing has been consistent. What I do works, I know that. So this, like I said, this works for me. Hopefully it'll work for everyone, but I don't think that's the case. We don't know we don't know what the differences are. We don't know what causes it. We don't know what won't let them be skipped. But in general, Bokid will let you I find they can skip them with Bokid more consistently than anything else. So I just did a quick pause on pause there because I hate playing with my mouse on my screen. That's literally all there is to that. So here you want to be careful. Your checkpoint's still set to windmill because Bokid. Nope. TSJing is technically faster than taking this first one like this, just because it takes forever for the bell to go out. But either strat works, honestly. If you don't want a TSJ, just wait half a second for the platform. And I want to say for Twilight Bell, whatever strat you do on whatever, on 1.0, let's say, you can do that strat here. I'm not going to show that. I'm going to show the difficult strat. That's new with Bokid. So it starts off the same. They won't skip the cutscene. So this part is in 1.0, however, the guide needs to be updated. What I do is I just do a coyote sprint jump off this into the waterfall, and that you can double jump out of it. I just climb up. That's just a property of water. Alright, let's see if I can recover this. I cannot recover this. I recovered it, I'm a god. But, if you want to, you can still, you have Dweller. You can climb this if you wanted to, but this is faster. If you go too high on that waterfall, as you saw when I tried to go back down, it'll just sort of kick you off. So, that's why I just stick with my double jump, a sprint jump. Cool. So, this is where the strat differs. We're going to want to come over here. We're going to want a TSJ here. Alright. So, we have like 3 different Bokid bounce strats. Like, just techs. This is the first one I'm going to show off. And I'm just going to go over the inputs and I'm going to do it. And hopefully it makes sense because I don't know how else to explain it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn Bokid. So Hack Kid's on KBM, so Bokid's on my controller. And as soon as I spawn Bokid in, I'm going to hold up on my controller so Bokid will grab the wall. And Hack Kid will bounce off her head. Then I'm going to just reach over, hold forward on my keyboard, and jump. So I'll just jump forward and go over the ledge. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. Let's make sure to see if it works. Okay, didn't work. Pyrotechnically, it's faster to go and just SCJ over here. However, I like my die boosts. So. Alright, so that's what it's supposed to look like. If you have good controller management, it's not that hard. But you have to, manage your controllers. I'm sitting at my desk, I have my controller on my left leg. So I pause. I use that time, bring my left hand down to my controller. I click, I hold forward, and my hand goes from my mouse to my keyboard. That's my setup. People have their own setups. But that's what I do. It doesn't hurt to like practice the tech on some wall against some wall that's not in the air. Any wall that's doesn't have a pit below it's good. Like if you want to practice against the wall right behind Hackett, you could, but hopefully that makes sense what I said. I'm bad. So we will be doing that 1 or 2 more times, so I can go go over it again there. But for now, we're gonna be doing windmill, and it's virtually the same as 1.0. But I'll be making one exception to make sure that I get the skip cutscene for the horn. Now, if you want to climb this pole up here, go all the way top to where that house is, and jump across where the horn is, that's perfectly fine. I cannot recover this. Shoutouts to God mode. I mean, I'm not cheating. What are you talking about? This is gonna be first try. I'm gonna get this. If you've ever heard me say Bush TSJs suck, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So, if you want to go over to where that house is and just jump across, that's a lot easier. And like 1 second slower. I'd recommend doing that. So. We're gonna save like literally 2 seconds by just jumping off, not having to fall from the top over there. You wanna hook your... you take the hook shot off because it gets rid of your checkpoints, which either skips cutscenes or just lets you go back to previous islands. So, this move is not too hard, so I actually do it on controller. Jump, Bokid? So I was able to skip it there, good. So like I said, don't know what caused you to not skip it, but sometimes you just can't. Like if I use Bokid, I usually don't have a problem, but... Controller's harder, right, Taco? Shut up. And then windmill's the exact same. I pressed jump, I swear. Not anytime soon, Taco. Alright, so now we've done Lava Kick, we've done Twilight Bell, and we've done Windmill. Here we're actually gonna go back to Hub. So this next trick we're gonna be doing twice in the run, and it's extremely easy. Just walk to the telescope, spawn Boat Kid. Now we're gonna be heading over to Lab. And while, like I said, I'm just like sliding, I'm making sure that Boat Kid has the mark. Where is it? Relic RNG sucks on split screen. But I just want to make sure that Boat Kid can activate the telescope, like just from where she is. So when you hit a Rift Orb, the other character can't move, but they can still interact with objects. So we're gonna make sure she can reach the telescope, and we're just gonna activate the telescope. This is gonna skip all of these cutscenes from playing. And then just turn Boat Kid off because we don't need her. I'm gonna not have a cheese mail room. Literally the best mail room of my life. Oh, chicken hat, let's go. Alright, sorry if my headset's having problems now, by the way. I'm just trying to fix it before I do anything else. Alright, should be good. Alright, back to this. So, as you saw, I entered the telescope. No cutscenes, which is good. 3 level completes, your finale fill up, 3 rift spawns. That's a lot of time save. So, next we're actually going to be doing Birdhouse. And because we're playing on an older version of DLC, link will be in YouTube description for how to get to this version. This has the hardest trick in any speed game ever. We're going to click Lava Cake. Alright, are you ready for this? We're going to click Lava Cake. I'm going to do 10 trillion inputs. And we're at Birdhouse. Yeah, for some reason that's just a bug. So we're actually already good on Yarn, so we're not going to be getting this one. And there is no reason not to go for this, because you have a checkpoint, actually. So, you know, just go for the SD jump. Or sprint jump, however you'd end up doing that jump. And the side of this bird is no longer wall climbable, unfortunately, so you have to go around like this. But aside from that, Birdhouse is pretty easy. Taco, I'm not a cheater. What are you talking about? I haven't used Dev Console this entire run. Slow. See, no Dev Console. Alpine Skyline is literally the exact same. The only difference is going to be magnet at the end for pawns. Dumb rope jump. So, comment page we're getting in Alpine is right here. Go for this STJ. Nice. STJ's offenses are wonky. Did not mean to grab that wall, but whatever. Made that easier. gonna throw a magnet on real quick. So for whatever reason, in Alpine and in DBS Rift, you can actually brewer them once. I don't know why. The Epic Yoshi Master found that, and we just do it. So. Again, I use this back to hub to just throw hookshot back on. Alright. Illness has spread. This level is annoyingly difficult. For me, it's one of the hardest runs skill-wise in the entire run. Hardest levels in the entire run skill-wise. If you want, you're more than welcome to do the 1.0 strat. What I'm going to show you is 20 seconds faster, and is for me the hardest part of the entire run. So I'm going to show it off. You're more than welcome to not do it. So I'm going to take over controller real quick, just because I'm better at KBM. Lol. Nope. Like I said, the only different thing you want to do is just spawn in Bokid and jump off as Hadkit to save the time of falling down. If you do the 1.0 strat. But if you want to do the actual fastest strat that's ridiculously hard, then it's still not required for this one, but it's faster. But you definitely want to start with Windmill if you want to do this strat. Alright, can I get a slide off this? Dude, it's literally not letting me dive. You know, hit 4 times, turn off co-op, Doka. Head over to Lava Cake. Spawn in Bokid again. Make sure you do your dive cancel. And as long as you avoid that go, you know, this is still no problem. This is the exact same as before, wait for those spawns. Alright, this part right here is the part that makes this the hardest level for me. What we're going to do is, I'm going to do some controller. I'm going to jump out, I'm going to take the hookshot. I'm going to spawn in Bokid so she falls off the level immediately. That way I don't have to dive cancel, don't have to run forward, don't have to do anything. I'm going to then make Hadkit go to the left towards that thing, and I'm going to race that zipline. However, this is a much shorter zipline than before. This is a lot harder to do. So as you see it, there was a second and a half of time save maybe before Hadkit reached the end of her zipline, which would have just ruined the entire strat. And if I had not, and I did that pretty well. There was not much faster you can do that. It's really tight. So from here, you can do Lava Cake first if you want, but it's just, you don't want to overshoot that. I just find Birdhouse harder, so I do this first. Plus, doing this first lets you go back to full screen faster. Again, hit it 4 times. Pause on pause so I don't have my cursor on my screen. And I didn't mention this with a 1 but it's definitely something you should be aware of. On 1.0, I would have just passed the trigger for the cutscene that zooms in on the flower. However, if you reach the island without like hitting the checkpoint, like you take your hookshot off, then the checkpoint gets moved over to like this bridge. This is true for all 3 of the islands. Birdhouse is where it normally is because we had that checkpoint, but that's it. We don't have the checkpoint for any of the other islands, so the trigger's later. So, aside from that one race, Illness isn't hard. However, that's a really difficult thing to do. Like, I can't stress enough how hard that is. Like, go back and watch it, see how close that kid was if you don't believe me. But anyways, next is, as I'm sure everyone in chat knows, my least favorite level on the run. And these were all rotated counterclockwise. 1.0 Twilight Bell was here, now it's at the bottom. I don't know why, but it is. If you do that well enough, you can get it without that ledge grab. So, I hate this level. I do pretty basic strats. You can do this a lot better than how I do it. The key is to just DSJ on like every other jump. Exhibit 10,034,000,000,000 on why I hate this level. So, if you want to do that dive boost, you have to cancel your dweller by switching hats. You can't actually cancel it by pressing your hat ability while diving. So, just something to keep in mind.
Here we go!
So, because we've already done 25 timepieces, we have the extra lab compared to 1.0. We're now doing this. Alright, I didn't slingshot off of that. Like I said, it's not complicated, just 2 dive boosts, jump up. You have slight issues. I have slight issues sometimes getting Mustache Girl to actually climb up, but it's not bad. Again, levels are moved. Windmill's now on the right. Still have no idea why. And a lot of this movement's gonna be the same as 1.0, but Windmill, Curly Tail was actually moved. You can sort of see it on that house we just passed to the right. It's at the end of the level now on the near the horn. Oh, don't forget pawns, by the way. But you know, all this stuff doesn't change. And instead of going on top of this first house, you just want to move in as if you're going to the horn and suck. Then you actually want to jump on top of this thing right here and just climb the house on this side. So, you can actually do this level 2 different ways. You have the good old faithful momentum SDJ off of this second peg to the last one. That was it. Or you can do, it's kind of easier honestly. Coyote double jump. So I'm just gonna spawn in Bow Kid on controller just because it's easier for me, and then I'm gonna hit dive twice immediately. The reason I do that is because the first dive doesn't work. I'm pretty sure it's just a time thing. If I waited longer, the first dive would work. However, I'm just gonna do it twice till the timing works. So I'm gonna spawn Bow Kid. And then, I fucked up, damn it. Strat works, I swear. That's it. So like I said, just a quick dive cancel. And as long as you're holding forward, you'll grab this. So, you're welcome to do whatever strat you want. The momentum SJ is faster technically. So, if you kind of do that, it's good. Because that jump is a bit difficult, you can STJ from there. You can STJ from here. I give up, but I swear it's possible to make that STJ. But those are really your three options to get across. You can either do the Bokeh Dive, the Momentum STJ, or the actual STJ that for some reason I sucked at. So now is going to be the most interesting, my opinion, but at least the most interesting part of how the route of this category works. We're going to be doing finale now. So I'm going to be doing this TSJ. Feel free to do the same thing and hit the buttons. We have Dweller. And you're welcome to try and copy my finale movement. There are better people at it to watch than me. I'm just going to go through with how I normally do it. The only important thing I want to mention is you do want to look at pawns. You'd want to be 340 in that range by the end of this level, I would say. Like, there's still a lot of levels to go, so yeah, if you're like 320, 310 even, you can make it up, no problem. But it's definitely good to you know, try and be close to 340. Pretty sure 340 is the number, right? Thanks for working, game. Like I said, my movement here is not great, so you know, if you want to find, you know, like Doka, Sewer, Flare Bear, any of them probably have better movement than I do. Also, I wasn't used to that cycle. Lol. All good here. No problems. You're welcome to take out Dweller here. It's just because you have to wait for it to cool down. It's not faster. I mean, that's what I do for finale movement, more or less. Game. Well, I mean, that was awkward, but the fight's the exact same, really. You can't sit here and ice set because, you know, we don't have ice set, and ice set doesn't work like that anymore. Sad. But Let me go through the fight real quick. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. Aside from remembering to, you know, mash through text. That was my game freezing right there. I honestly kind of thought it crashed. Oh my. Well, I'm happy this is not a run right now. Anyone else? Ah, cool. For those who don't know, if you just charge a brewer, hit her with it, and then just homing attack her, and if she does her shockwave or her that underground attack with a circle on the floor, you can actually get a double like that. It can be kind of weird working with your brewer and sprint hat to avoid attacks and hit her. So if you just want to go for homing attacks on all of them, go for it. I forgot I had dev console open. Oh yeah, rip it, right? So that's finale. I mean, there's not much to say. It's finale. Yeah, you're gonna hope that you don't get screwed by RNG. But it's about half the run. So right now, I want to explain why we do finale here, because it doesn't look optimal to go all the way from Alpine to finale. Now we're going to go to Battle of the Birds. It seems like a lot of huff movement. So, well, real quick, put on a sprint hat. It's just that we don't have to switch when you get back in. Equip your good die. Oops. And make sure you equip your good sprint hat, aka chicken if you have it. It's very important that you have chicken hat. And then you just want magnet on. Anyway, so finale. There are 3 things about finale for why we do it early in the run. The first one is the reason why we originally started. The final level tour does not get unlocked until you have unlocked 45 other timepieces. And we don't have another way to get around that. Taco your own chicken has the best hat in the game. Dino's number 1 to 1.0. Also very important, don't give her the timepiece. I'm pretty sure it's slower RTA. And she never deserves it. But anyway, so we need 45 timepieces to unlock tour. I kept getting sidetracked. 45 timepieces for tour includes finale, so we need to have it done early at some point. There's that. We need a lot of pawns. Without finale, we'd be short about 50 pawns, so we do finale for pawns. And it also actually gives us an additional hat. We don't have ice hat, but we completed finale, and finale's like, alright, you want a hat? Take a hat. Now we have ice hat, which is always good. One thing I do want to mention about ice hat, and this makes literally no sense to me, but your hat order is now going to be kids hat, sprint hat, ice hat, brewer hat. Dweller hat, obviously. No, we don't get time stop in this run. So that's your hat order, so it's something you're gonna have to get used to. So those three things: pawns, free ice hat, and the requirement for tour. That's why we do finale early. So I'm gonna grab a drink while I wait for this to play out because my throat's starting to get a little dry, and I have time. So I will be back in 2 seconds. My fridge is right next to me. Alright, I'm back. Alright, and Taco, I have absolutely no idea. That's a question for Sura Yoshi. I just want to mention 2 more things real quick. One, if you use the default auto splitter for live split, whenever you complete finale, it will automatically fill out all of your splits. But does this username actually made a fix for that? I'll have the link to that in the description, as well as just a quick thing on how to use it. And another thing, there is nothing you can do until you get to this point after all that whole cutscene when the actual credits start. If you go to the main menu before that, you'll load into the file, and you will have to watch the whole thing again, and your time will be running, which will suck. You can't go back to hub at that point. And if you go back to hub now, your timer will still be paused, which is not allowed. So you have to go save and quit, which also means you need to have no saving turned off so you can save. So yeah, make sure you load into your right file. You're just gonna be the one with the 1 second. Sorry, headset issues. Alright, it's gonna be the one with 27 timepieces. No yarn if you followed everything that I've gotten. So we're gonna load into that. And just based on your camera and where you are, you just want to just sort of double jump dive or sprint jump dive with no inputs. Camera sucks. And we're just gonna go straight to Battle of the Birds. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. I couldn't do fast telescopes. Needed that. So, a lot of it's going to be the same. I'm just going to show one optimization now that we have Ice Hat. It's a tech called Ice Hat Slingshots, and they're pretty cool as fuck. And they're only possible to do modding patching later. So if you're on 1.0, this won't work. So, basically what we're going to do, we're going to go on our Ice Hat, we're going to slide down this hill, and you want to do like sort of coyote type STJ timing to sort of get a jump, and it's just that. So like I said, timing, it's honestly not that bad. It's a bit of coyote jump timing, and what I mean by that is just jumping at the edge. God damn it, Taco. Like I said, just that. Damn it, that wasn't it. Like that timing after you go off of an edge when you can still double jump. You just want to do that, sort of like that with your Ice Hat. It definitely helps to just sit down and practice it for a bit, and then just let go and then just jump. So, with that out of the way, the rest of DPS is the exact same as, any other run. Nope. Well, I meant to dive boost onto those balloons, but so then you can just sort of just jump off and you'll be right here. So DBS, that I said slingshot takes like 2 seconds, so it's optional. You can go through like you normally do, but it's cool. It's not that hard. Taco, what is it gonna do? Like I don't know. I just want to mention before real quick also, from where you spawn, it's different from 1.0 or anything. Taco, I'd rather you didn't then. All you just do is hold right and your interact button, and you'll just go to the telescope. I need my controller. So there's 2 strats in murder that's different. First things first, spawn Bokeh in front of the door. Taco, at least you asked. Yeah, I respect that. And we don't need this yarn, so we can skip it. Just go forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through this door as soon as we grab this. And that's going to prevent Bokeh from getting warped. And you don't need to answer the phone. The one thing is, not answering the phone means the music doesn't turn on or whatever, which is really awkward. But it's whatever. So. Oh, and if you do that, the crows will still be active. So. If you wanna, get the phone, it might be a bit easier, but you don't have to. Next strat is gonna be during this clock right here, turn on Bokeh. And you're gonna be on detective stat, so make sure you switch first, and then just because Bokeh doesn't get teleported, so yeah. Oh god, I thought I missed that. Use the time Bokeh's falling to switch controllers. Hit this button and go through the doors Bokeh. This just overlaps the cutscene of the elevator starting with the clock. And because Bokeh is the one with the controller, the one with the key, you gotta do all that. You gotta take the elevator up actually. That's weird. Yeah, well, that was awkward mashing, but I was also trying to have my drink, so. Oops, that was not on purpose. Alright, next we're going to be doing picture perfect. Excuse me. So, picture perfect is going to be pretty much the same route as 1.0. If you know modding patch, it's exactly that. So, I'm going to do this level twice, just because one way relies on Super Potion, which is a bit difficult. Also, we don't need that yarn, so I sort of just don't care to swerve for it. Nope. Nah, I missed Super Potion, whatever. So, because that takes forever if you miss your potion, so it's sort of better to do this other route. But Super Potion is faster. It's not that hard to get down. I'd recommend at least looking at it, but if you can't, then this next route's what you're gonna want to do. Oh, I'm dumb. Anyways. I didn't mean to do that. I know it is Taco. No, I didn't want to hit the pole. So if you can't do Sewer Potion, then this is the strat you're probably going to want to go for. Well, regardless, after you do Picture Perfect, you're not supposed to go back in the telescope. We want to do the same thing that we did in Alpine. So if we want to spawn Bokid. You're asking for a lot there. I'm gonna make Train Relic here real quick. It's a lot easier because we have like no relics. And then as long as Bokid's, you know, facing the telescope, which should happen if you hold right and then turn around. Enter gallery. Enter the telescope. And it'll skip all the cutscenes that I accidentally went into. And then we're gonna do gallery like normal. So, I went for dumb IL strat. Don't go for dumb IL strat. It's not even like the fastest IL strat, it's the best one I can do. So, do level however you can. Ideally, you don't fall. Excuse me. So now we'll enter, and all these things will be done without seeing them at all. Now we're gonna do Train Rush. We want to put Hookshot on back on real quick for this level. So we're gonna do a clip at the end of Bokid, and aside from that, you can do the level exactly the same. There is an Ice Hatch chain shot that you can do. I'm gonna try and show it off. However, I haven't exactly practiced it, so yeah, we'll see. Also, another thing to mention, we want. Alright. We want Bruce to win this time, so, ah, damn it, I almost got it. Well, I mean, that's what you want to do, except you want to get better jump times. So you actually make the hook shot. Yeah, it is. I want to actually practice it, but, before I practice it, I'm like, yeah, may as well try it here. Alright, I was saying something. What the hell was I saying? Alright, so we're actually gonna skip these buttons. Crap. And if you SDJ, you only need to damage this once, otherwise you need to damage twice. Just go right, spawn Bokid. easy. Oh, I know what I was saying now. We want grooves to win, so you want to try and avoid getting as much time as you can, just to make it easier. You know, if you get some, it's not going to be bad. It's not the end of the world. He's going to... we can make him win by a landslide in the end. Anyways. So that's not a problem as long as you just remember it, but every little bit helps. I like putting on Magnet because we don't need Hookshot anymore. So there is a different strat you can do for this level. I'm not good at it. I don't know how to do it entirely. Well, I know how to do it. I don't know how to make the exact cycle you want. So I'm just gonna leave that to the IO that is on speedrun.com. In the meantime, I'm gonna be doing the strat I know how to do. I wasn't even sub 1, that sucks. Chicken hat's important. Alright, now it's time for the best level in the run. So, parade's, you know, parade. It's a fairly boring level. Just doing this pawn route. This is where, you know, we need to make grooves win. So, doing parade, any easy version or, you know, good version of parade death is not viable because that doesn't give you any points. And, you know, we need points for conductor to win. Grooves to win, grooves to win. So we're gonna be sitting here grabbing these DJ Grooves tokens, and we're gonna be not doing parade death. If you wanted to do the old version, from on like that center stage, you could. However, it's dumb, and I don't do it. And same thing goes with the warps. Actually, like I said, the ice hat works differently. Now you actually can't just sit there and take hits. Like, as you see, I sort of just took, you know, the hit there instead of not. Oh, right. I forgot about that. I thought I had my sprint hat. But because of that, we're not going to be doing this first warp. You still can do it, however, it's just more difficult than I wanted to bother for a few seconds. Doka does it, if you want to watch his runs. But we will be doing the second warp. So that's all the pawns in the level. So now we're just gonna, you know, run around, grab some tokens. And hopefully we won't die. But we've already gotten like 3 or 4 tokens, and each one token gives you 100 points. So we should be good. What's up, Yoshi Gamer? that's still okay. Yeah, so we're probably good. So I'm gonna use this time now to set up this last warp. Nope. Stand here. Because we don't have ice at, and these owls can be a little hard to work with, I'm taking my time on these tight ropes. Finish one is duck warp on under that thing. If you have Magnon, you should be able to get a pawn or two from that too. And hit this. Whoa. I don't tolerate that kind of language. You said a bad word. Yeah, you better not say that word again. Don't fucking tolerate that kind of language. So, I'm still grabbing these tokens. I don't need to anymore, but I mean, it doesn't hurt. Yeah. So, we won 900 to 460, so it wasn't really close. Next up, Moon. So, Moon has actually two different Poké strats you can do. I'm gonna show you where one is, and just say that there's another one, and hope I can find a video of it to put in the description, because I'm not doing that thumb strat. But aside from that, the only thing to note is that, well, two things. One, the death isn't really worth it, I think, because you can't take damage the same way. So one strat is to SDJ here and then do a Bokid dive, where you just sort of dive, cancel, and climb as Bokid. And I failed an SDJ, so it looks like we're trying this. What am I doing? What? We're gonna... I don't know what happened. I'm confused. Bokid just went to the side. So anyways, we're gonna SDJ like normal. So the biggest difference in Moon is that this gray right here, you can't wall climb. So if you do an SDJ onto that rising platform and get your, like a good double jump, you can actually like land on there flat easily. But if you can't, then the best backup strat is to just not sprint jump there. That is not the strat. So the strat is a DSJ will work, but I'm bad, so a TSJ is the only way I get enough height. There are a couple other strats. Yeah, if you rush a couple of the runs, you can find a strat that works for yourself. It's not that hard. Like Moon's still not that hard. I think. Anyways, I'm trying. Yeah, there's some like some wall climb strats you can do. I can see if I can find one of those. Throw in the description, but I don't know how to do it, so you're not getting it from me. Fake award ceremony. I mean, It's impossibly difficult. It's just, it is what it is. So now we're doing basement. Just don't forget to answer the phone. Then we're going to go into normal DBS. Yeah, some more smug dancing. I mean, you don't want to validate your run by not smug dancing. Sounds like fun, Doctor. Remind me never to listen to anything that you send me. So we're gonna need hook shot up here, so I'm just gonna throw that on now. From here, I always find second jumps on tie ropes to give you more height, so I just do that. Then you just want to go for more. That first pawn is left when you're facing it this way. The right now when I'm looking back on it. The right from where that pawn is. Just hold forward and, you know, do double jumps. You should be able to get it. It's not the hardest thing ever. And just like fight skip, you just want to jump into there and just press dive to cancel your fall and climb back up. And now we don't need hookshot anymore. Yeah, God. Oh, that is not the plan. I know the price of that to dive. I've played this game before. So I find it easiest to just use this to wall climb to get up here, but you can actually just make it. Never mind. Apparently you can't just make it. Apparently I'm just bad. So where am I again? I usually don't fall. Oh, come on. What I was trying to say is you can just go from on the tag rope and you can climb up this like little pipe. There we go. So what you can do here, this one's a bit tricky. This is sort of a thick wall. It's hard to tell, but it kind of is. But it's like just thin enough to work. So you want your camera to be like perfectly straight, and then just make sure you're facing right. Like press right till you're fully facing that way, and it should work. You can see both guys throw it. If your camera isn't straight, it's hard to make it really work because as you get like just walking against it, like doesn't always work. Like, it's really easy to get this to not work. But when you do, you should just walk through. That whole movement is the same as 1.0. A little more smug dancing while I can. So for this fight, I believe it's faster to go out of bounds in first phase. However, it's incredibly risky and you can lose 2 minutes. So I'm going to just recommend just going second phase. So we're just going to do phase 1 as quickly as we can. these brewers are all doing like one like health to him.
Here we go.
So you don't have to brew him when he's doing a spotlight attack. It's just minor stuff.
Ladies and
He has 5 HP first phase. Yes, that was 5. So we're facing backwards, so each one go left this time. And now Bokid's out of bounds. So the camera sucks a little bit here, but just go backstage.
Here we go.
Yeah, damn it. I should have just had Hackett take the hit. So you want to set up with your controllers so that you can have Bokid be ready to swipe him whenever. And when he does that knife attack, Bokid actually can't reach him with a brewer, so you have to hit him with Hackett at that point. So I find it easier to with disco ball attacks to hit him with Hackett because I can charge a brewer and jump with one hand. Alright, so at this point, the only way to have him respawn is to go back on stage. Is to like talk to him. However, his hitbox is actually still in this piano. So we're just sort of gonna keep on spamming brewers in this piano. And he's going to eventually die. If you get good luck with the attacks he does, then you can have him die early, but and not need to use as many brewers, but I mean it's still faster than finishing the fight. So actually I do want to show one more thing about the whatever that is. Haven't used this command in forever. I just want to show one more thing about this fight.
Here we go.
So I'm just going to really quickly just go through this one more time. With just Hackett because I'm lazy.
Here we go.
Just one more phase to go through real quick. I might actually kill him. I should probably stop hitting him.
Here we go.
Alright. So here we are, piano phase. I just want to show, make sure you guys know what it looks like when you are getting hits. Just gonna wait for him to talk real quick. Alright, so when that's what you're looking for when you're like if you hear it like go to the stage and like it takes forever to explode, you're not hitting him. So if you're in the piano, you can see like how it's exploding right away, and you can sort of see like the top right corner of the piano is getting hit. That's grooves. I thought I almost killed him. I just want to show that he will die. Yeah, that's what it sounds like when he dies. And there's the timepiece. I have no need to do any more. I already have it. So once you kill grooves, you're not gonna have any cutscenes just because that's how the game works. You want to enter the finale level to award ceremony, which is now going to be DBS night. And we want to enter the rift, purple rift. I tried going for fancy strats. So I'm only gonna point one thing out about this level compared to 1.0 route. Except I'm gonna say that a different route exists. And that's what I'm gonna be showing up. I just wanna mention one thing about the old route. So first things first, you know, you wanna have magnet on. And just do that to get that piece. If you don't have magnet because it never spawned, just umbrella, you'll get it. So the one thing I want to mention is that you can't do this and get this wall climb, just because they added that platform there. So the alternative is, I mean, I meant the SCJ, because if you SCJ, you can go straight to this row, but that's the plan. Taco, I don't disagree with that. But anyway, so for the route I'm going to show you, you're going to get over here, get this one pump. Jump over that, get this pawn. And we're going to do an ice set slingshot off of this. And we're going to sort of skip the whole room. And then we're sort of just going to do this route. Yeah, whatever. I was trying to do cool hat management. Didn't work. Taco, that's impossible. No one can do that. Alright, so just so you guys know, I got the comic page and then I had to restart level, so it didn't count me as getting the comic page, and I messed up. This is why we don't back the hub right away. Yeah, so before anyone gets like an aneurysm, I am going to stop this. Oh no, my game's working properly, trust me. I mean, I didn't. I thought I had the comic page. I forgot that I sort of did restart level. So yeah, if you did that on a run, that'd sort of be dead run. But let's pretend I didn't do that and go back to going over the route. So that is the end of Battle of the Birds. I just want to show off, you know, a couple more things about that strat because it did take a bit to get down. Alright, well, I have the comic page, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to even finish it. I'm not grabbing the timepiece. Alright, so first things first, the very top of this, oops, like right about here, it's not actually sloped. You want to be down a tiny bit. And then from there, you're sort of aiming for like that box right above that kid. So. And also, these are rotating, so if you like mess it up, you might not be able to even make it. My game crashed. That was entertaining. Well, I wasn't done, so we're gonna try that one more time. So like I said, you want to be not at the top, but pretty close. And you want to aim... Really? Show volumes. There we go. For about those boxes. I usually aim to the left of that purple thing right there. And if you just look like this. Like, it's hard to see the exact timing, but that's about what I do. Like, if you mess with yourself a bit. Yeah, that was bad. I saw that. So you want to keep as much speed from your double jump as you can, because as soon as you dive, you lose all momentum. And like I said, you don't get your first dive doesn't work, so you, so that would have worked if I had you know, if the thing was able to be stood on, but it was sort of kind of bad. I couldn't, so bad cycle. But if you don't get it first or second try, it's kind of hard because of the cycles. But regardless, after DBS Rift, now we're gonna go do Arctic Cruise. Good luck with that, Doc. So, I'm gonna put on a hook shot just because it's gonna be more useful. So, I'm gonna show. We're gonna get a relic right away, and there's gonna be 3 real ways of getting it. I think this first way is probably the easiest. However, alright. Maybe it's not. I swear I've done this before. First hook when you need him. You can stand on this. I don't know. You can stand on that somewhere. But you can TSJ that and grab it like that, which is very logical hitbox. And if you don't want to do the TSJ, you're gonna have to climb around and get it legit. Boom. Get the relic, head over this way. This is important, with the ice hat, you can always stomp down after you jump, but if you dive, you actually can't until you land again. So we're just gonna sprint jump without diving and ice hat. It's also important real quick to not hit the water first. If you hit the water, you'll start taking damage, but if you ice hat first, you're not going to. Ice hat got stuck. Pausing does weird things to your hat abilities. So we're gonna ice hat. Then generally once those things pass that little black line, like I choose that black line with those poles as like my visual cue for when to do this stuff, and it's all just self-explanatory. Like, anything's the tiniest bit confusing, just look at my inputs. There's not much more to say than that. The one thing I will mention is that it's technically faster to do all this with just Hat Kid and like maneuver your way up faster. Because as you can see, I had to wait for Hat Kid to die. So again, description, route, better, not this. However, this is the route I know, so this is the route I'm going to show you. So, we're leaving co-op on for a reason. Oh my god, grab the freaking gambling things. Oh, not those gablets, I suck. So, no matter what route you end up doing, make sure you get this bathroom relic. Whenever they go to get that piece, you know, just add in that relic. You can grab this plate from the floor, but for me it's inconsistent. I don't like doing it. Then throwing this right up is when we're going to use Boat Kid. And then the piece will just come falling into you, so I just use Hack It for a tiny bit longer before turning it off. I know that was a bit sloppy, but I think that just shows off the route well enough. Don't forget for the seal, it's whatever your kiss taunt is, that's 4 on keyboard or down on your D-pad for controllers. Oh boy. Shit shape. So this is just like objectively probably the worst level in the run. This is basically RNG the level. And I'm not the best at this one, so there's not a whole lot I can say. I'm going to show off the general idea, general strat, but a lot of it just comes down to knowing the boat, lay of the boat, you know, where tasks spawn where. It's something you get better at with time. I don't know, maybe I can convince someone who's actually good at the level, but first things first, you want whatever controller you're comfortable with to be Bokid. You want to spawn her in before talking to Captain, so that way you get 2 tasks to spawn. And we're sort of just going to leave Head Kid there. So whenever we get a task that we want near Hat Kid, we'll have Hat Kid there. And I do want to mention pawns that haven't in a while, but really I just did whatever. No, I don't want baby yet. Oh god, lag. Testing. I thought I did say that. You know, every single spawn here is 100% random. Like, tasks are more likely to spawn at areas near where you've, like where you are. I think the rule is they have to be in two, like, zones next to you. I don't want to be here. So as I said, when there's a task we want near Hackett, just turn Bilkit off, turn her back on, and you're right by that task. I want to do that again. That works out. I also want this task. Oh, you know, it doesn't hurt. Sometimes I forget to mention things, so it's possible I didn't. I am not taking that baby. That baby is gonna go die. So yeah, don't take what I do as a prime example of routing. Mine's usually not that good. Oh my god, I didn't mean to dive. The one thing I actually do want to mention, you can't like press dive to cancel a wall climb when you're holding something. It's just, you sort of gotta just do it. Wait, I thought I saw something. Wait, oh god damn it, that's what I saw. So task, the same task you can see on Bokid and Hackett screen. So I can't wait. There are two tasks there. What the hell? I didn't see that. That's another. I'm taking the baby this time. So as you can see, my routing is not good. You know, for example, I'm gonna have 7 tasks. Can I even just jump with this many tasks? Is that a thing? Nice. Yeah, this is probably easier. So once you get 20 tasks, just turn off co-op, turn it back on. Doesn't matter which character you use at this point. You want to go through this door here.
You can stop now, pup. Come back to control, I guess.
Head all the way down here, and as the screen fades to black, you want to enter that door. That's all there is. Grab this relic, and then you're here. Just then talk to the captain. And there's shit shape. Yeah, so like I said, whatever. So like I said, completely random. Just keep Hackett where Hackett is, and if there's ever no task near you, turn Bokid off and on and get those tasks near that. That's all the advice I can really give you. Aside from that, just try and learn what tasks can spawn where they go. You know, learn what to prioritize. It's a dumb level. So, rock the boat. So I just want to take the zipline and jump off. At the very bottom one, right by that ice platform. Head into captains. To get that, you sort of want to go back and forth enough so that the camera moves. Or like shakes. You don't want to do it too quickly, otherwise it doesn't move enough. But you gotta do it at some rate.
It's all going down, pup. Never thought I'd
So
see the
you can
day.
sort of slide on this. Just like dive next to it, and you'll start sliding.
Voyage, too. Won't take more than a
You
few
want to take
minutes for all
3
this
damage
to
as you get to
hit the
this.
floor, I think.
Jump here,
Well, you might
and then
wanna
just
get to a
immediately
lot.
jump again and ice out to get the
Be
checkpoint.
smart.
If you're having trouble getting the checkpoint, then just sort of ice hat into the water like this. I mean, not as far as this naturally. I have no idea what's going on right now. I'm gonna drown. I can't restart level. Mistakes were made. Wait. Alright, noted. Don't do what I just did. I didn't realize I wasn't underwater. I thought I was still underwater. Yeah, so as you can tell, this is a very well programmed games. I see what you did there. Alright, let's try this again. Take 2.
It's all going down, pup. Never thought I'd see the
This
day.
time I'm gonna show off the shot I meant to, like, I was trying to show off when I died.
Amazing voyage, too.
You still want to take your 3 damage
More
here,
than a few minutes for all this to hit the seafloor, I think.
but instead you're just gonna ice at.
Well,
You want to let go as soon as you get your checkpoint,
Be smart.
and then just sort of jump. Oh, hit ground and then jump into the water. That's the strat. Sorry, I forgot that you're invincible from water forever as soon as you do that. But as soon as you respawn, you're gonna skip that first phase, and we're gonna move right on. So at this point, you're gonna want to hopefully like you're starting this at like 340 at this point. Like pawn wise, that's like ideally about a good number at this point in the level.
Whoa, you're like pretty strong, huh?
Aw. So for this, you want to be standing on this like little hinge part. As long as you're doing that, then you can ice hat.
Be careful, lad! Mind me feathers. Wait,
I always miss that.
where are you going?
That was not the strat. The strat was to a jump and then die boost off that first platform. But whatever.
If you don't make it back quick, we'll leave without you.
This is fine. So we're going to sort of ignore the captain for a second. And we're sort of just going to do this. Then as soon as you fall, just jump. And we're going to land right there. Which is actually the exact same thing we used to get back in bounds in Bon Voyage, just on its side.
Put me down, pup.
We want these heart pawns. And then, don't ask me why, I have literally no idea. But if you just jump through right there, you sort of respawn right there. Don't ask how that works, I don't know, it just does.
Let go of me. Leave me be, pup. Okay. 'Cause 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 'cause
Then from there, grab the timepiece. Fun fact, if you die after you put the captain down, you actually get the checkpoint, so you know, it's not major time loss. Alright, apparently you go to the beginning because some dumb volume that's like, alright, you're going to the beginning now. Alright, balcony. Again, description will be strat. Honestly, I'm just gonna have the idle record with bucket bounces and without, because this is not gonna end well. Shoutouts to dropped inputs. Alright, so yeah, how to explain this strat. Yoshi, if you have any ideas for what me to read out, go for it while I try and do my best to mix up words. Basically, when you jump on Bokit, she gets smacked and you can't really do anything. But if she's in the air, you actually get a little more height. So what you want to do is you want to do it once to get, like, jump on her head with a single jump. I said jump on her head, not next to it. And then sort of like immediately do a double jump with Bokid so that you can fuck. Immediately do a double jump with Bokid so that when Hackett jumps back, you get even more height than normal. And I don't know why, but for some reason when I'm trying to jump back, Hackett doesn't always have just doesn't always double jump. I'm told if you start both characters off with a double jump instead of a single jump like I'm doing, that helps it, but I haven't tested to confirm. So yeah, the strat is to try and get a wall climb here, and I, to be honest, can't tell you like why that works and sometimes it doesn't, because it looks like that what I've done should have worked. Yeah, so another way to do it is double jump Hat Kid, double jump Bow Kid, try and make that line up. Then do your second jump with Hat Kid that you get back after you land, and then you immediately do your double jump from Bow Kid. Down, whatever Yoshi just said. Fuck. I mean, you can try getting closer. The problem is you don't lose height is the problem. I was looking at the wrong screen. So. It's like, I mean. So, like I said. I'm not 100% sure. It's got, okay. Alright, maybe I should definitely be a tiny bit closer than this. Oh, I know why this isn't working. So. To be honest, like, this first checkpoint's like 20 seconds long, so this is like, this first checkpoint, like, it's something that you can do on, like, without this and still get good times. Oh my god. Yeah, so alright, like, Yoshi, can you explain why that one didn't work? Because I'm confused, honestly. Like, that one made sense. I'll give the game that one. There we go. So if you actually land under this thing right here, you won't be able to move. You sort of want to crouch out of it. But once you do get up here, you can TSJ off that right onto this platform if you wanted to. I just... my bad. Sorry. A little cough coming. Oh, okay. It looked like my problem might have been Bokid not getting enough height. Which is logical. Power of checkpoints. So, this one's a bit easier. You don't need as much height. Like, if you just get it at all, it's pretty easy to make. I've seen people make it with hack and book in the other direction, but I find this way easier. That's just me. But and Taco, I think you can still climb some of them, but this one you can't ledge grab. Yeah, thanks for mentioning that. You have to dive cancel onto it. It's kind of dumb. Yeah, but and I don't know if I mentioned this earlier either. For me, it feels like if Hack Kid is immediately above Bokid, you actually can't jump with Bokid. So you sort of want to preemptively jump a tiny bit. So that way you're in the air and then Hacket's above you and you sort of like meet and you bounce. So, and in case you're wondering, I always look at Hackett screens for all of that. That's sort of like how I use it. I'll do it one more time. So, oh. Oh, damn it. You can also TSJ on these. I was facing the wrong direction when I hit Bokid. Aw? I'm sad. Yeah, it's sad days. Oh my lord. No. I'm just trying to do this one more time. I'm trying to show off that I'm secretly bad at this. For some reason, this level sort of hurts my hand. Although my... No. If you're ever wondering why I hit caps lock, it's because I accidentally hit it going for A, and I hate having caps lock on, so I always hit it again to turn it off. I think I've done that like 5 times so far this stream. So like I said, this is definitely like extremely... Oh my fucking god. Yeah, this is definitely extremely difficult to do. There's reason I'm including this IL record without this if you want to try that instead. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like probably. Yeah, in the description there will also be a GIF to a different way of doing this. There we go. Like just a different method of setting up instead of the single jump. Like I said, you could do double jumps, and I usually don't do them, so links in descriptions. But like I said, the first time I did it, it took me about half an hour to get both of them. I'm still not good at them, but it's a thing. So here, just make sure we have cake. I'm gonna go do deep sea. Alright, this is maybe a level I'm bad at, but at least this is one I can do. Yeah. Back when he's like probably my worst level. Wait, did my input display die? I think my input display. Oh, never mind. I was just holding left click. I'm dumb. I've seen like 3 people have their KBM input displays die, and it just holds left click. So I'm like, did mine die now? Alright, so very important, something I must show off. Oh really? You bonk on the screen thing right here. Dude, I did it like 3 times. Yeah, like that. One more time. I want bonk one more time. So, I just recommend just sprinting. Don't dive. You'll bonk. So, deep sea. No. Oh my god. Stop sprinting, hat kid. You should be able to make this with a sprint jump or maybe even a double jump, but I mean, whatever. An SCJ makes it easier. And Yoshi, I'm gonna tell you to shut up right now, because I know that's not the best way to do this. You can... Crap, Yoshi, what is the strat? Do you just dweller here and jump to the pawn? That's how I do that section. Then you just jump over here. Yeah, if you need a heart, there's one in that box right there. I don't know what I'm standing on. So I'm gonna grab this heart right here. I don't need it. There's one right in front of me, but I want that one. You can always land on the God damn it, this thing if you don't fucking like that DSJ I did. Yeah, if you SDJ, you don't need this. But I'm suck, so I do. I always just go onto the center there to avoid the spinning things, but it's whatever. So I'm just gonna leave Bokedon right there. Grab that chest pawn through the wall because this game's great. Oops. If you don't want to like do that tightrope jump to the thing, you can just go to the falling platforms instead. So you can do this and jump across. The better strat that I actually suck at is this SDJ. I find that so consistent for literally no reason. I don't know why. Alright, you want to make sure you have the 7 pawns, so you can just skip this entire room because this room sucks. Damage boost is actually really easy. Just hug the wall and you'll get it. And then you want to make sure after this that you're at least at like 110, 120 pawns. Because if not, you're probably going to have to go to barrel battle, to be honest. So like, I've had to do a couple levels all over again, so I'm at 170. But normally, like I said, 110, 120-ish. Because you're going to... Now we're done with this chapter, Arctic Cruise. We're going to spend the 100 here. After we talk to Coke and Cat. Make sure you disable skip cutscenes because you'll soft lock if you don't. Again, well-programmed game. And we're making Burger Relic. Ah, good Burger RNG. This is the run. Then Mafia, run Mafia of Cooks, you know, down with the Mafia. Which is top right because it's still switched with Barrel Battle for whatever reason. The only difference with Mafia of Cooks is that you have Magnet so you can cut a few corners. Except in that level's exactly the same. And don't forget that after this level you're going to need 50 pawns for CTR, and after that we're done for the run. Because it's sort of CTR then Tor. So, for some reason these pawns don't get sucked to you as quickly with Magnet, but you'll still get them. Alright, we're going for the best strat in the game, and I missed it. There we go. So, because I have more than enough pawns, I don't need to worry about that, but I hit the rift over a bit high, so I wasn't able to get, you know, right into it and get all the pawns immediately. Again, have a comic book page so we can go back right away. I didn't miss it like in DBS. I mean, I never miss them ever. And now for CTR. Which, ironically enough, for a run that has a million different difficult levels, this is easy. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spawn Bokid. We're gonna bonk. It's all part of the plan. All part of the plan. As soon as you get into the cannon, just talk to the Mafia guy.
Get ready. Go.
And then I just turn co-op as soon as I can, which is on the go. It's pretty literally free. You just want to get to the cannon as fast as possible, which I tried to do and failed. Talk to the mafia guy while you're in the cannon. Level's free. Spar, you know what? I'm bad at the video game. My game crashed. It was all types of not fun. So you can actually just, well, no, I'm showing this off. Stand on the sign. You can sort of skip needing the platform. Either do the TSJ again. Or if you already used the buttons, you can just sort of go straight to tour. Oh. So, you can land here if you want. Oh my god, I actually missed that. Can I make that? Yeah, you can, okay. Just grab that and jump off. You can land there with the SDJ from the falling platform I was on earlier. You can also just get Magnet to sort of suck it in before you even get on it, if that makes any sense. So, getting ready to tour skip. Alright. Hopefully make the cycle with the crows. Then you can climb the sides of these spotlights, jump here. Don't go to the right of here. You'll fall and you won't be able to stand. It's going to be sad. We're going to do the same jump we did in Twilight Bell. So, hold up my controller. Oh my, why does that not work? First try, and it's going to work next try. Okay, I saw that one coming. What happened there was I held forward a little too long. Don't want to talk about it. What it did was what's it called? I thought that I had to I was still stuck, so I was sort of just still holding forward, but I sort of got unstuck from Bokid, and I sort of just vaulted over and went off the edge. So, oops. Son of a bitch. Oh well, I'm gonna make life easy for me. I won't. I'll just get hearts. So, this does take a tiny bit of getting used to, but it's usually not as hard as I'm making it look. Yeah, there we go. If you don't get like an additional bounce like I had gotten there, you just want to jump so you can grab this. Like if you get the ledge grab, it's really easy. You just jump and you're up. You want to just jump on this. About 2 die boosts give you enough space. It's right about where you can see the shadow stop on this pillar. Then you want to just jump onto it. And then head this way. Because right down there you can sort of see with that glow is the Alpine section. So I'm gonna try it real quick. Yep, alright, there we go. I always forget to do that. I'm not. Alright. Let's try that again. And not be an idiot. Yeah, normally turning off co-op when Hatkid dies just respawns Hatkid. I I showed that off in Heating Up Mafia Town, but gotta remember that it also doesn't keep your it keeps your same save location, which for me was in Battle of the Birds still. So you're gonna get that. Nope. That's fine. I'm not good at this IL strat. When you're here, you want to get. There we go. That's a bit janky, but it's fine. Normally, you'll have just Bokid or Hackett on one of these, and the other one will be over here. But again, normally you'll have both characters alive. You can spawn in Bokid. That way, when you do this, you can just do that instead of having to climb up. You can just have Bokid jump right in. So real quick, I don't feel like dying. So if you want to avoid what happened to me, just don't get the first pawn that I got in the Alpine section and just go straight to jumping off and going where I did after. I am not showing Volcano strat. So if you got the first pawn I did, you can skip this, but if you just fall straight off, you're going to need that one. And then be a little careful if you're low on HP. The outsides of that are covered in lava. You can still get hit. And that would be time. Good job, Yoshi.